Happy Friday. I'm Jennifer from the Somerset County Family Community Health Science Department, and we're here in the kitchen today making chicken salad. But it's not just any ordinary chicken salad. This is going to be packed with flavor and packed with nutrients. So if you're looking for a new recipe, if you're looking for something different to do with chicken or chicken salad, this is your recipe. So the first thing you want to do is get your chicken. I've taken rotisserie chicken and just cut it into pieces. You can take chicken breast and boil it and then fork shred it, or you can even take canned chicken. So this recipe is so versatile. So I'm gonna put the chicken aside. We're gonna make the dressing. So this is gonna be a creamy, tangy dressing. And what we're gonna use for the creaminess is Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. Now I have more than a cup of chicken, which is the recipe is going to say a cup of chicken. But again, all the ingredients and the amounts is completely adjustable for how much you want to serve. So I'm going to use the whole container of the 5 ounces because I have more chicken in here. So I'm just going to dump this in a bowl. And this is nice and thick. This is 2%. You can use any kind, but I have a little 2% to make it a little creamier. And we're going to use 1/3 of a cup of mayo. So just a little bit of mayo. Okay. And then what's really going to give it the tangy flavor is Dijon mustard. Now, Dijon mustard is a great staple to have in your pantry for so many dishes. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons goes a long way. Okay, now for the spices, okay, we're going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon. So I have a 1/4. I'm going to do 3 scoops of cinnamon. So this is also going to be like a nice warm flavor note. Okay, then we're gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Again, that gives it great flavor. Okay, and now for our turmeric. There's so many health benefits to turmeric. So we want to make sure after this we're going to add black pepper because black pepper helps our body absorb turmeric. So whenever you're cooking or putting this in a drink or a tea, always add a little bit of black pepper. I'm just going to do a dash. If you have fresh pepper, you can do your fresh grinds on it, and I'm going to do a dash of salt. Okay, so we're just going to whisk this together, and this is going to be the dressing. Oh, it smells so good, and it's coming together. It's kind of like the creamy with a hint of brown on it with all those nice warm spices. Okay, so we are going to combine this to our chicken. Now you want to combine it in a separate bowl so that it mixes well and it's not clumpy on the chicken. That's why we separated it. You could also do your dressing first and then add the chicken to it in a large bowl. So again, this is like the most easy, versatile recipe. All right, so we're just gonna mix this together. And then we're gonna add our nutrient flavor boosts. Okay, so what we're adding to this is about a tablespoon of shallots. I had a small shallot, so I just diced the whole thing up. I love using shallots because it's a very mild onion flavor. It's much more mild than using red onions or even raw yellow onions. So these are great to have on hand too. So just, again, vary the amount. It gives it a great flavor. To add more protein to this, we're going to add chickpeas. This is a cup of chickpeas that I've rinsed and drained. It also gives this some nice texture. So we want to build texture when we're having our salad also. And then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. I love adding walnuts. Not only is it a good source of more protein, because remember I said this was a creamy protein chicken salad, it's a great source of omega-3 fatty acids. And then I'm using craisins. If you have raisins in your pantry, you can use raisins, black raisins, yellow raisins. Again, it just gives it a little natural sweetness and a nice pop of color. Okay. And then our last, again, this is optional in case you're not a cilantro lover, but I love adding cilantro. This is gonna be a pretty green color. You could also do parsley if you wanted to add the color, make it, again, it's gonna complement that earthy flavor, but cilantro is going to be really a great boost of flavor. So we're just gonna roughly chop this up. and add that to the salad. Oh, look at that. Super easy. You see how fast I put this together? So if you are entertaining over the weekend, this is such a great dish to have for your family or some friends coming over for brunch or lunch. Look at that. So just look, it's colorful, it's really nutritious, and it's full of flavor. So how we're gonna serve it, and you can serve it, of course, different options. You can eat it just like this. You can put it on some whole grain wraps and make wraps. But how we're gonna serve it today is on a bed of mixed greens. And I love using mixed greens because you have the green, the purples, you have spinach and arugula and all different kinds of lettuce. So that really makes an attractive spring dish. And then we're going to scoop our chicken salad on top of the greens. So even if you were doing like a buffet, how nice is this? So this is just, you know, some really great fun ideas. And I want to thank one of our Somerset County employees, Paul Henry, for sharing this with us. So if you have a favorite recipe that you would love to share, message or email us. We'll try it out. I would love to share it too. This is so good. I know all the employees here in our office are going to love tasting this for lunch. And if you try it, let us know how you like it. You can change up the nuts. If you need nut-free, you can leave that out, but I like it for a crunch. Look how beautiful that is. So the recipe will be in the comments below. And join us next week. We're going to continue using some herbs since it's springtime. This recipe that we're going to try next week, we used at our herb workshop. It's going to be a pineapple, cilantro, or mint smoothie. Super refreshing and super healthy. So join us next week. Have a great weekend.